What's up, Peace Giant fans? They did it again, man. They did it again. You know what I'm saying? Um, I was nervous um about maybe them not getting Abdul Carter because I thought Jacksonville might jump them for Abdul Carter, but then I was like, nah, they got Josh Allen, they got Trayvon Walker. I was like, nah, they're not going to do that. If anything, I thought Jacksonville would either take Travis Hunter or Mason Graham. They wound up taking Travis Hunter. Okay. The Giants go and they take Abdul Carter. All right, cool. Why do the Giants trade back into the first round for Jackson Dart? Now, don't be mistaken. I had no problem with the Giants taking Jackson Dart. I mocked Jackson Dart to the Giants months ago. I had no problem with that. But why would you give up the second pick in the third round and your third round pick, number 99 overall? Jackson Dart was going to fall to the Giants. The Giants panicked and traded with Houston to take a player that was going to slide to them anyway. Cleveland was not taking Jackson Dart. They're either taking Jalen Milroe or Shador Sanders. And now that there's edge rushers on deck, you still got Green, you still got Ezaraku from Boston College. So the Browns, they're gonna take a defensive line, edge rusher, to team up with Myles Garrett and Mason Graham. The Giants did not have to panic and trade back into the first round for Jackson Dart. You know what the difference between good teams and bad teams is? Bad teams panic. Bad teams rush. Bad teams don't let the board fall to them. Good teams just sit back and relax and chill. That's the difference between good teams and bad teams, bro. The Giants panicked, they blinked, and they were like, oh, we got to get a quarterback. We got to get a quarterback. It wasn't necessary. It wasn't necessary. Jackson Dart was the 32nd ranked player overall in this draft. The Giants could have got him at 34, which would have been great value. We still would have had pick 65 to go along with 69, and then you can maneuver, try to get a wide receiver, defensive tackle. They could have maneuvered and done some things. Now we're locked in a box. All we have is pick 65, and that's it. And then we don't pick again until like 151 or some crazy nonsense like that. I don't agree with it at all, bro. I don't agree with it at all. I don't have a problem taking the player. I have a problem with what you did to get him. And didn't they give up a third rounder for next season? I gotta check that because I know they gave up a second, a third, and I believe they gave up a third for next year. But even a second and a third is too much to move up. It was too much. You gotta look at the board, bro. Look at the board. Philly was not taking a quarterback. Kansas City was not taking a quarterback. Houston, that you traded with, was not taking a quarterback. Baltimore was not taking a quarterback. Buffalo was not going to take a quarterback. What was the problem? What was the problem? And if somebody takes Jackson Dart, oh fucking well. That is why you pivot, you make another decision, and you go with another player if somebody takes who you want. I don't agree with this, man. I don't agree with this. I was just listening to them. They was talking about the Giants taking Jackson Dart or whatever. Sorry about that. Um, I don't agree with it. I don't agree with it. Um, Moves like this get you fired. Period. Moves like this get you fired. I'm not saying Joe Shane is going to get fired. I'm not saying Brian Dable is going to get fired. I uh I was really lobbying for Brian Daboll and Joe Shane when everybody was talking about they're gonna get fired, they're gonna get fired. I was like, nah, the Giants are gonna keep him. This right here can get you fired. And it's not gonna get you fired for the player that you chose. It's gonna get you fired because you're not staying true to your draft board. You're not staying true to your draft board. And sometimes you just got to let the draft fall to you. Once Pittsburgh passed on Shador, you know as the Giants, you're either going to get Shador Sanders, Jackson Dart, or Jalen Milroe. You're going to get one of the three. Now, Jackson Dart, okay. They said that was Brian Daboll's guy. He's been to Manning camps. The Manning family knows him. He played at Ole Miss, just like Eli did. I get it. I get all of that. But you traded premium picks when it wasn't necessary. It wasn't necessary. We still need a defensive tackle to play with Dex. We still now, okay, fine. There's rumors that, the Giants might, kick Brian Burns inside on passing downs to play Abdul Carter outside with Kayvon. But that we need a defensive tackle, bro. At 65, hopefully we could get Alfred Collins or TJ Saunders. But what are we going to do with wide receiver? You don't have no guy to play with Malik. What are we going to do with that? We don't have enough picks to take an interior offensive lineman because we need another guard. We need a center to push John Michael Schmitz. That's why I like Jake Majors at the end of the sixth round or so. But, okay, we might be able to get Jake Majors. Might. Or Kendall. But I prefer Jake Majors. But we're not going to get a wide receiver. So, Jalen Hyatt, you better perform this year, bro. You better perform. Because Jaden Higgins, we're not going to get. Trey Harris, we're not going to get. I think they're going to use pick 65 and take a defensive tackle if there's one available. Hopefully Alfred Collins is there. If not, I don't know, maybe CJ West or Joshua Farmer. But I don't know about this, man. I don't know about this. They just gave up picks for no reason. And I'm gonna check if they actually gave up an extra third rounder for next year, because I think they did. I'm gonna check and find out. But I mean, oh my fucking God, bro. The Giants do it again, man. They do it again. All right, family. I'm gonna get ready to go to bed. Wake up and we'll be at it again tomorrow. So peace, love, and see y'all tomorrow. All right, later.